Hi everyone, and welcome to Jane Talks Real. It's time for another Human Target review, and today I'm looking at Season 1, Episode 2, Rewind. We begin the episode with a lot of aeroplane panic. This pushy lady Laura wants to know who Chance is, but he's kind of busy right now, lady, because the plane is on fire. We get an exposition dump from her, and basically the captain and first officer are sick and the plane is going to crash and or explode. Chance tells her that he's on the plane protecting someone, and by extension, everybody, and says to take a seat. 6 hours earlier, Winston was talking to a client who tells them about Casper, a hacker who has exposed a flaw in the internet or something. We get some super dramatic close-ups because this is the end of internet security as we know it. Yeah, okay, calm down, dude. Human Target is always a little bit of a live-action cartoon. Casper is hopping on a flight, but someone killed this dude's security guard and hacked his computer, but there's no way to contact Casper to tell him not to bother. So now Chance will have to get on the flight and protect someone he doesn't even know the identity of. What could possibly go wrong? Chance is going undercover as Martin Gill, an insurance salesman, so he can talk to people on the flight without arousing suspicion. But seriously, even though I like to talk to people, a chatty aeroplane neighbour is the absolute worst. I just want to watch the in-flight movie until my bladder can't take it anymore. Chance wants to borrow some James Bond gizmo pen from Guerrero, but also wants Winston on the plane too to help out. Guerrero starts giggling when he realises what Winston's cover is, and we transition back to the present, and this is going to happen quite a bit. Winston is fighting a guy with a gun, Laura is trying to radio for help, and Chance has a crazy plan to put out the fire by opening the landing gear door or something. I don't know jack shit about planes. He knows more than I do, but still has to check the manual, and into the credits we go. Winston is still fighting Gun Guy, who discharges the weapon into the plane, and I'm sure that won't cause major problems. Oh wait, this blonde woman starts calling for help because a guy got hit by the stray bullet. Winston rushes to help and orders the blonde woman to apply pressure to the wound and not let the guy fall asleep. With the fire spreading, the plane is not happy, and it's back to the past again. Chance and Winston share information they've learned, and this guy is identified as an air marshal. With no leads, Chance suggests they pull a Crazy Eddie, another reference to the A-Team TV show, where the team would sometimes give names to their plans. Chance mentions that a passenger will have to take one for the team, and Winston picks an impatient dude a few rows back. He shakes up a can and gives it to the guy, and it of course sprays all over him. During the hubbub, Chance spots a guy who didn't turn around like everyone else. And while that's going on, Guerrero back at the office has a friend over to help him track down the hackers. Sergey here says he can help, but why should he? So Guerrero convinces him by staring at him. Winston calls saying he's narrowed down Casper to 1 of 5 people and to check them, and Chance goes to talk to the guy who didn't react to the Crazy Eddie stunt. Vincent isn't our kidnapper though, because he admits to taking a bunch of opioids to help with his fear of flying. Winston then reports that the plane is going to divert to another airport due to an electrical failure, which means that once they've landed, Casper's organised protection won't be there. Chance goes to the back of the plane and just freaking opens the breaker box. Are you serious? That thing's not locked or something? He notices that it's been tampered with. No shit, because it's apparently easily accessed by anyone, and then some dude comes in with a gun. In the fight, a couple of shots go off and hit some important plane stuff. And Gunman here is played by John Sampson, who, like the hitman on the train in the pilot episode, is a stunt performer. We get an awesome close quarters fight involving everyday items you find on a plane, and also a great use of the show's theme tune. The music, which was described to me as the 4th character in Season 1, was composed by Bear McCreary, whose name you will probably recognise for his amazing work on The Walking Dead, as well as countless other projects. I wish I could include more of his music in my videos, but YouTube is touchy enough as it is. Chance knocks the dude out, but the plane is on fire and we're back to the present, where opening the doors isn't enough to put out the flames. Don't worry though, Chance has a plan. He's going to flip the plane. Laura is like, what the fuck? And I agree, but Chance says if they don't put out the fire, the smoke will kill them anyway. Oh, so you're going to flip the plane, as in upside down. Can planes even do that? Are planes supposed to do that? This is a stupider idea than parachuting off the back of a train. Chance phones through to Winston, who is not thrilled with the idea.
You're kidding me.
And now it's the past again, and Winston's on the phone to Guerrero, but none of the names he checked came up as useful, so they look into other options. Chance is caught by the air marshal standing over Gunman's body, and Chance tells him what happened, but with no witnesses, he says he has to handcuff him. Meanwhile, Winston sits next to the blonde woman and tells her he's onto her, but she denies everything. He checks her ticket and points out that for a 2-week trip, she didn't bring any luggage. She admits that she's Casper, and Winston tells her that she's in danger, but not to worry because him and Chance have everything under control, as he's marched in handcuffs down the plane. Winston gives him the means to escape, and Chance says that a message on the gunman's phone alludes to a second kidnapper. I wonder who that could be. I wonder who the only other major character we've seen it could be. It's Opioid Vincent, obviously. The message reads, "The blonde guy is following you, watch your back." And I immediately thought, blonde guy? What blonde guy? Is Mark Valley considered blonde, or have I just been staring at his beautiful eyes too much to notice? Chance smells smoke, and it's further forward in the past, but not all the way there yet, where the captain and co-pilot are dragged out of the cockpit, while the air marshal and Laura try to work out where the smoke is coming from. Chance jumps up with the answer like he's Hermione in potions class, and the air marshal is like, "Back off bro, I can handle this." Chance is like, "Ha ha ha, no." And when the lights go down, he takes out the air marshal, or at least he would have, but Laura grabs the gun and yells at them both. The air marshal pulls out another gun and Winston tackles him, then Laura shares a look with the other kidnapper and we're all caught up again, except this time, Laura has a gun. Winston preps the passengers for the plane roll and reassures Casper that everything will be fine, and over we go! The plan works and the fire goes out, but I'm pretty sure massive planes aren't designed to fly upside down for any length of time, so it's no surprise that the controls jam and Chance can't flip it back. As dumb as this whole scenario is, the upside down plane set is actually pretty cool. Chance speaks to the captain, who says they probably crashed the computer, and then Casper pipes up saying that they could use her laptop to fix it, and uh-oh, Laura is alerted to her identity. In order for the technobabble plan to work, Chance and Laura will have to climb through a vent to access something, and all I can think is Die Hard 2. Winston apologises to the air marshal, who asks why the second kidnapper hasn't acted yet, and Winston realises it's Laura, but too late because she and Chance are already heading out, but not before she passes a hair clip to her partner. Back at the office, Sergei says he's hit a dead end and tries to leave, but Guerrero isn't stupid and threatens him in his low-key way, so Sergei goes back to the computer. Back on the plane, they've hit a lightning storm, so there are a lot of flashing lights, which is so not fun for me. A lot happens rather quickly. Winston preps everyone for the plane roll, the kidnapper frees himself, Chance gets the computer working, and the pilot readies for the maneuver. Then the air marshal takes out the kidnapper, and Laura reaches for her gun, but Chance has already stolen it. Chance tries to recruit her to the team, but Laura admits she murdered someone to get on the plane, and there's no redemption for her. As the plane starts to roll, they get into a fight with far too many blinky lights for me to show, and Chance ends up dangling out the bottom of the plane. Laura tries to finish him off, but Chance stabs her with the drug pen Guerrero gave him, and she falls. Laura asks Chance his name, which he refuses to answer, and she loses her grip and drops to her death. Chance is sad that he couldn't save her, but the plane lands safely, where they meet one of Guerrero's guys who eliminated the team sent to take Casper, and ushers them off the plane. Winston and Chance debate taking the train home instead of flying, and we get a little insight into how Winston recruited Chance, before they start bickering as they drive away. Okay, first off, I'm not a fan of this kind of back and forth storytelling. I think starting with the fire and Chance and Laura in the cockpit is fine, because when we get back to that spot we get a different angle of Laura with the gun, but the constantly jumping around the timeline got kinda old to me. The story was cool, especially the Casper reveal because it was unexpected, but it's a bit too cartoony and at the same time technical for me. It wasn't bad. Winston got to be in the field, which gave us the added level of his and Chance's relationship, as well as his dry sense of humour. The Guerrero stuff seemed kind of redundant, as the guy who hired the kidnappers was such a nothing character that I didn't even bother to include the scene where Guerrero confronts him. They definitely could have used some more characters on the plane because it was obvious that Laura was the kidnapper because it couldn't have been anyone else. It was okay, the action and sets were great, but overall, not my favourite. So there you have it, that was Rewind. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, or come say hi on social media. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit that like button, it means a lot. Or consider subscribing if you want more videos like this one. I'll speak to you soon, and thanks for watching.